As a quick review of what we've been doing, last week we did inequalities, and I told you to draw an inequality, right? To draw an inequality, we need 2 points, right? When you get it to, how do you get it 2 points again? Pick an x value here, and then pick a next x value, and find the corresponding y value. That's okay? Right? Once you have your 2 points, connect them. That'll give you a line. And then if it's less than, you shade below the line. Draw it all the way out. And if it's more than, you shade above the line. Remember that? Yeah. Let's just do a past example here. Suppose you have 3y is greater than 2x plus 1. Right? Suppose you have something like this. All right. All right, Michelle. Right? How do we work this out? Real simple, right? How do we find the equation? You plug in x's, pick any value you want. Plug in x is 1, and you'll get 3y is 2 by 1 plus 1. You'll get 3y is 3. Right? And then find for y, you'll get y is 1. So what are you going to plot? You are going to plot x is 1, y is 1. That's okay? Then pick a next x value. It don't matter. X is 10. And then find for y, do the same thing. Connect it up. Once you draw your line, if the inequality is more than, you put in your arrows to face upwards. That's okay? If the inequality is less than, you shift on, you shade underneath. All right? Please remember 2 special lines. What is x is greater than 4? How do I draw that line? X is 4. Huh? I just draw x is 4. A vertical line, right? You draw a vertical line through 4 and you shade more than, you shade to the right. We did that last week. Right? How do you shade y is less than 4? You draw a horizontal line and then you shade underneath. That's okay? That's what we did last week, right? So now we're going to go into a scenario, like a real world situation, get inequalities, and then draw them. Okay? There are 2 things you need to remember. Whenever you see the words at least, what does that mean again? What inequality symbol is at least? More than or equal to. So at least 4 means more than or equal to 4. What about no more than? Less than or equal to. All right? So you are going to learn to develop inequalities, right? And then draw them and shade them. Okay? And all that together is a topic called linear programming. All right? So put a little subheading, linear programming. Put a subhead. Did I give you a subheading on the slide? No, just inequality. Right? Subheading, linear programming. Linear programming. Right? And good thing is that they're going to give you a scale. So you don't have to figure out any scales. Right? In these questions, you don't have to figure out any scale. Take a small note. Linear programming involves the solving of real world problems. The solving of real world problems. The solving of real world problems. Graphically. by developing inequalities, comma, drawing them, drawing them, and finding the common region. First up, the steps to solve. The steps to solve. The steps to solve a linear programming problem are: one, the steps to solve a linear programming problem are: one, step one, develop the inequalities. Step two, draw and shade each inequality. Draw and shade each inequality. Step three, find vertices of common region. Right? Use vertices to solve objective function. Right? Don't worry with the big words, right? It's just an equation that you have to solve, right? So we have 4 steps. Develop the inequalities, draw and shade them, find the vertices of the shaded of the common region, right? And then use the vertices to solve it. So we're going to do one step by step. Actually, let's do one where you do have to do it, right? I will do it for your first lesson. I'll make you do one by yourself. All right, so let's go to topic by topic. All right, so we're going to the topic. People who were here on Wednesday, same thing we did, right? They should be able to get full marks. Huh? Huh? I don't have any questions. Let's come out what's up. All right, let's go to the linear program questions, right? You can go to your topic by topic if you can see. Right, so the first one we will avoid using graph paper. All right, let's start here. Those who can see page 94. Page 94 on top of my topic in case you can't see, right? So take a little read of it. Take a little read of the scenario. Right? It's a real life situation and it's a technique to actually solve these things, right? It's on page 94.
Yeah.
It's in the group huh? It's not in the group. Send my WhatsApp. You have my number? Right, Alex, my name please. Send my WhatsApp or you can add up. Alex, my number. Anybody who have a number, could add it. Right, read it. Anybody has nothing to do with chat? I don't know about chemistry. Huh? Right. Let's take a little read. Yeah, yeah. You can add up to add up quick too. All right. So what's here? Right. So here we have a florist, and the florist makes bouquets of flowers, each consisting of roses. Right. And I want you to notice that the roses carry an X. And orchids carrying the Y. You okay with that? So every time you see rose, take it off and put X. Every time you see orchids, take it off and put a Y. Right, Lucas? For each bouquet, bouquet, she applies the following constraint. All right. So here's what must happen. The number of orchids must be at least half the number of roses. How do I turn that into inequality? Orchids is what? Y. Orchids is Y. At least is what symbol? Right? At least is greater than or equal to, and half the number of roses. Half of X. That's it. Right? If you don't like the fractions, right? If you don't like the fractions, just multiply by 2 and you'll get 2y is N. Sorry, it's more than N. Okay with that? That is the first equation you are going to have to draw. Anybody confused? Sorry, inequality. Anybody confused? I would like you to read the next two and write down the inequalities. Read the next two and write down the inequalities. I can't remember what year it is. I have to check about this now. You got you, Sydney? You message me? Who else not in the group? Yeah, you can add a Carlos. Thanks, I have a number. Message me. 723. Oh yeah. Read the next two and get equality. Read part the next two little things and see if you can write down what the inequalities are. And then you'll draw them. Right, remember, no class next week, right? No class next week. But they had 5 in January. Or they had 5 in Jan, so I'll get a break next week. I'll send a reminder in group, right? Hurry up, develop the next two, Eden. Hurry up, Eden. Get the next two. Right? Hurry up. Jacob will give me the second one, and the third will be Brad. No. Brad, you'll shut up. The third will be Banana. Banana. Third one. Right? Take a few minutes. Take a few minutes and see if you can figure out the second and the third one. Right, you're looking for letters and symbols. You do any no. Take any 12.
There must be no one to talk about.
Right, Jacob. Help out here. Right, so there must be at least 2 roses. X, right? You wanted the roses. X is more than or equal to 2. Yep, correct. Right, so here's how you figure it out. Look and see what letter you're using. Roses. So what letter is that? X or Y? X. What symbol we using? At least is what? More than or equal to? More than or equal to? And what number? That's it. X is more than or equal to 2. That's okay? The next one a little bit harder, right? There must be no more than 12 flowers. How are we representing flowers for Naya? Very good. X plus Y. Flowers is both X and Y, right? And no more than is what? And number is 12. Okay? Write them down and we go into special inequalities. Right? What is it? Right? Yeah, what else? Right? Make sure you know all of this. Now you have to have message just for it. I didn't do it. Oh. I need it done. Why do you see? Buying them. Nah. I don't want that. And then you go. All right. Everybody okay with that? Right. So what's here now? Let us move up here. And these are the lines. Right? And I showed you how to get all these lines last week, right? And let's move in there. Right. Just call them over again. X plus Y is less than or equal to 12. What's the next one? X was more than 2. And the first one I forgot. Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. So if you look here, you had to remember, right? So you have to remember how to draw the line, right? Good. But this diagram draw the lines here. I need help. I need help shading. All right. Let's start with Sydney. Sydney, where do I shade X plus Y is less than or equal to 12? Where do I shade? Above the line or below the line? below because it's less than, right? So I shade in here. Everybody remember how to draw that line? Sasha, where you draw the line again? How do you draw x plus y is 12? What you do? That's what we did last week. Plug in x is something, find for, and then do it again. Right? When I get 2 points, connect them. Are you okay with that? Right. Thais, where do I shade x is more than 2? Where do I shade? To the right, to the left. Where is more than? Right, to the right. More than is to the right. Right? Last one, Levi. Where do I shade here? More than a half x. Look back at the rule from last week. Very simple rule. Above the line is always more than, and below the line is always less than. Right? So where's the shade? Above the line. Right? So that is step 1 and 2, right? Everybody look at the shape now. Look at the shape of thing. Right? We have to go to step 3 now. Step 3 is to find the common region, right? So Isabella, where do you think is the common region? Triangle, right? So that's common region inside it. Y'all see that? Everybody see common region? Jacob is seeing common region? Right? Now we need to read the vertices off. Can you help me read those 2 points off? The one underneath is what? The one on the bottom left is what? 2, 1. With the one above it is what? Spread. What's the one above it? What's the point above it? Can't pay attention, Brad. Mariah, what's the point above it? This one here. Oh, next class. What is it? 2 what? 2 and 10. X is 2, Y is 10. And Chriselle, last one is what? What's the last point? This one here. Cassie? Help by the Lucas. 8, 4. Right? 8, 4. Everybody understand why I read off those 3 points? Right? Because those 3 points are the vertices of the common region. Everybody okay with that? Right. Skip out, well, draw a quick little sketch of that now. And write down the 3 points. Just do a quick little sketch, done perfect. And not in the graph paper, in your notebook. In your notebook. Draw a quick sketch and write on the common region. Hurry up. Do a quick sketch and write on the common regions. right? Draw the line, put the arrows, and write on the common region. We have one more part to do. Right? We completed step 1, 2, 3. We have one more step to do. Eden, where are you going? Oh, yeah. You're done when I finish?
Yeah.
You draw the line, right? So there's just a quick sketch. Right? And write down all the vertices quickly. Right? Please do not waste the one graph before I can have no. It's not also.
Yeah.
But I see about it does not have books and we want that. Right, on the vertices as well, right? But yeah, arrows on the points and things. But the arrows and the points. Right, so when you reach step 3 in question I gave you, you should be right here. You should have a common region and be able to write off the vertices. Right, please look back at how we did last week, right? Make sure you're good draw. Want to do social. Somebody Monday went from socials.
Sharon.
I want to come on, I want to. More way. Bunch of that. Come on. You're done? Well, you gotta remind my shoes, they could do us out shoes, they don't. Well,
I'm not. Well, yeah.
right, so Write down all the vertices. The vertices are 210. The vertices were 8, 4, and then 2, 1. Right? That brings us to the end of step 3. Now it's to go into step 4 now. Can I take this off?
Yeah, the teacher lives in the office. Yes. Oh, and post vacation.
4, 5. Right. Watch this here. Last part. Last part, right? So we did part 1, we wrote the inequalities. We did part 2, we shade the region. Part 3, we state the coordinates and the vertices. Everybody okay with that? Step 4 now. Take a read of step 4. Right, the florist sell bouquets of flowers to make a profit of 3 on every rose, right? So she's trying to make a profit. So we are trying to get a profit equation. How much does she make on a rose? $3, right? So for every rose, she making $3. Right? And how much does she make? Okay. 4. So for every orchid is $4. And then her total profit is what? Adding them up. Everybody okay with that? So take a read at equation 4 and see if you agree with this. Is this a profit equation? Yeah? 3 on every rose, 4 on every orchid. Right? What did the question ask us to do? Determine the maximum possible profit. So you want to see what's the maximum profit that she could make. All right? So watch this here. Vinaya, watch this here. Right? Right? So watch this here. How do we find the maximum profit? These are the only 3 points. That's, well, sorry, not only, but the most ideal 3 points that satisfy all the inequalities we had earlier. So what you do is you take 1, 2, 3, put it in here. And whichever one gives you the largest value, that is the maximum profit. So you're going to take 2 and 10 and put it in here. Right? So you're going to put 2 in here, 3 by 2, 4 by 10. 40 and 6 is 46. And you're going to do it again. 8 and 4. So that'll be 3 by 8 plus 4 by 4. So that's what? That is 24 and that's 40. And last one, 2, 1. Obviously, that'll make sense, right? So that's 3 by 2, 4 by 1. That's $10. Which one here did she make the maximum? So if you are running a business, the ideal thing is to do 2 roses and 10 orchids. You'll see what the whole thing does? Right? So based on her constraints and the kind of profitability that she's making, this is an ideal situation. All right? So step 1, develop. 2, we draw. I hope all remember the draw from last week. Step 3, find the vertices. Step 4, optimize it. Right? Some questions are marked, some questions are missed. Okay? Copy it down and we're going to do one thing and we're going to do one. You're going to do one by yourself, sir. All by yourself. Who need got paper? Anybody can lend them? Shreya needs 1 and Sweeney Park need 1. 3. And button. And next to 3. So I'm going to give you 1 to do. I'm going to give you 15 minutes. And transfer it, right? Just try to follow what to do. Make sure you get your inequalities good, huh? The hardest thing is getting the inequalities, and you do have to draw a scale on here. And please do not do this. Right? When they give you a scale, use the outside here. Use the whole graph. All right, online? Right, online, do not use part of the graph, use the whole graph. All the way out here. Everybody ready? Right, for those who can't see on the board on the screen, you all could I'll tell you what page, right? Page 93. Page 93 and use their scale, right? If you want to use a bigger scale, it's okay. Their scale kind of small. Go ahead, page 93. All right, this are mangoes now, yeah. Actually, I do like that one. Oh yeah, do this there. Same thing I tell you. Are you all done? Benaya, are you done?
Yes.
Finish it, what? You don't have the inequality. Oh yeah, write all the inequalities. And you can use a bigger scale, right? You don't have to use theirs. They're a little bit small. And I will give you a proper equation after. Right? Use the same thing now. You use 3x plus 4y. Right? Use 3x plus 4y. Same equation. Right? Let's check out your inequalities. Let's make sure you got them. Aidan, what's the first one? Her bag, sorry, X is oranges, Y is mangoes. Which she intends to carry. She only has space for 6 fruits. What's your right there? Right? Fruits means what? Right? Fruits means oranges and mangoes. Right? Is it less than or more than? Only 6. Can you have more than 6? So it is less than 6. Right? So the inequality is less than or equal to 6 because she can't have more, right? To get a good bargain, she must buy at least 2 mangoes. So tell me this one now. What would the inequality be for this one? Mangoes is what? X or Y? Y. At least is what? What symbol? More than or equal to, and the number is 2. Right? And they give you the last one, right? Matthias, help me can do that to words now. Y is less than or equal to 2x. So we have 1, 2, and they set to put the third one in words. Or you put that in words. Y is less than or equal to 2x. Y is, let's think of what Y is, think of what X is, and think of what its symbol is in groups.
One mango is more than.
Why would say Y is what? Mangoes, right? So mangoes is no more than, well, twice the number of oranges. Okay. Right? Instead of 2, put twice. Right? So the number of mangoes, so write that down for part 3. The number of mangoes is no more than twice the number of oranges. The number of mangoes is no more than twice the number of oranges. Right. Now I want you to try to draw inequalities. As I said, scale here kind of small, so you also kind of double it up if you want. Right? You can double it up. Yeah. Next one, listen. 5 more than 2. Oh yeah. Draw them all, please. Draw them, shade them. Everybody. Lucas, why not draw it? Hurry up, draw and shade. Somebody can then Lucas a page, please. That's not a graphic. I'll piece of a graphic. Yeah, good one now. Take up London and one night. Good. Everybody, draw it, please.
Super. I just think there's not. I can't believe but you go on her, you go to see it. This is where we already hung up. Why it's like something. Yeah, yeah. I just can't remember. I was just that. Okay, we have guy. Tell me, why would not be open to us? Right. Okay, no, we have to shade it. What is applies for. I'm not gonna. Surface and then on time. Oh my god, which one of your friends' boyfriends have the trust one?
Alright, sorry. Right, so you're done. Pass along to what's the line? Hurry up. Where is she? Then she up. Where is she? Above the line or below the line? Left hand. Stop on that.
They what?
Time is quiet. I'm so glad. Hurry up, draw the lines. Draw your lines and shade, right? Draw your lines and shade. Hurry up. Draw your line, shade. And then you give public quick and I'll look it out.
Yes.
Oh yeah, shade only be done quickly. Lucas, draw the line. Draw the lines. Right, next one. Let us pick on Lucas. Draw y is equal to 2 from us. Time out to draw it. Y equal to 2 is a what? Try to remember, huh? So tell me what to draw, because I show you on the code already. Y equal to 2 is what? No. Y equal to 2 is what? Pass from there. Size. Y equal to 2 is what? Can't remember. If you're not remembering these things, you have to write it over when I say it in red. Write it down. Right, husband there, help Jacob. Y is 2. So you draw that line. Horizontal line. Very good. Right, Lucas? He help you out there. So where do you shade more than? Above or below? Above. Right, before I forget. Less than 2x is where, Brad? Y is less than 2x. Where do I shade? Above or below? Yeah. Sorry, do I think that's below my nose? Less than is below. Oh yeah, draw the last line. Up on. What downstairs? Away from downstairs. Hurry up, last one. X plus y. X plus y is 6. Hurry up. Right, ready? Hurry up. Shade it and find the common region.
Yeah.
Hurry up, William. Right, help me draw this and pick somebody. Can I pick online? Pick one. Pick one. Right, Pandaya, help me out a little bit. Help me draw x plus y is 6. So tell me what 2 points to pick. 6 answered. Okay, so when x is 0, y is what? Nice. And when y is 0, x is what? Very good. So 6, 6, and connect them. Right, it's exactly what we did last week, right? So make sure you review it. Where do I shade it? Less than, below. Excellent.
You lie, it disappeared.
Right. Where is the common region ties? Little triangle. Okay, nice. Can you read off the vertices for me, please? Like pick somebody on. Ah, Zavi, that's a good idea. Zavi. What are the vertices there? Xavier. What are the vertices? Right, make a note, Sabina. Weekend.
So not gonna me.
Juana. You know Juana? Yeah. Type your answer now. Type your answer. Anyway, I don't know what's going on there. Why are we walking up on the Nathan? Right, points is what?
Sir,
Out.
sir,
Point is what?
Sir.
On top, okay, 2, 4. 1, 2. And
And
4,
4-2. 4.
Right, choose one is Max, please. Good job, Ashish. See which one is Max? No, it's just a little bit. Probably should the first one, but. Yeah, you got the first one.
Oh, I said. This was supposed to be.
Yeah, what, we can make the get, put it go to 6, 6. No. 0, 6 and 6, 0.
I made a mistake.
Right, yes, see which one Max now? Use the same equation. Use 3x plus 4y. This one didn't give you one, right? So use 3x plus 4y and see which one is Max divide. Right? Plug them in and see which one is Max. Hurry up, we don't have much time again. Wait, take one to start. Start late. Come back up a bit. So that I can copy the signing number. Oh yeah, 3x plus 4y, move it out fast yet. Xavier, get us. Yeah, see that's it. See which one maximum, Levi? Book it out already? Yeah. Tell me now. Tell me. It's not wrong. Right? Oh yeah. Plug in your point and see. Right, which one max earlier? Which one give you the largest value? 204? Oh yeah, plug in all. Plug in all. Plug in all and see which one maximum. This question didn't give you one, I just make up one, right? I wanted to practice it. Some people still join the line bar, right? So I think I'm gonna do over some of that for you. What do you want to do in this bar? Ashish, nice. The graph come out good. Don't show in pen, right? Right, so most people said 2, 4. So that's 6 plus 16. That's 22. And the next was what? 12 and 8, 20. Okay. So the maximum profit is what? $22?
Yeah.
Wanna get out? Guys? Wanna get out? 22. I forget the mark rule, right? I got to that one instead. All right. Online, any questions there?
When I tell my students, you want to read something. When I tell my students.
My favorite student. I'll hashtag my favorite students ever.
Okay, I will want.
Online, any questions? Are you okay? Right, I need to see all the lines. Go back some of these lines, right? Some of you are still getting problems joining your lines. Right? That's what we focused on last week, right? So we had to spend some time on